Good Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. We are in the end of the month. I have to keep looking at my calendar. I'm like, where did this month go? Does anybody else feel like that? It's like, where did it go? Okay, so we have through this weekend going into Wednesday is the first. Awesome. Wellness Wednesday will be our first day of the month. But good morning. Happy Flex Friday. We'll see if we get any more people jumping on. I often remember how thankful I am for Lisa and all of the people, Shannon, everybody that does this morning Zoom when I don't get enough sleep. And then I wake up and go, who volunteered for that? And I'm like, you did. You volunteered for that. So I will start my thankfulness for all of the ones that keep us going. Gosh, how many? Well, I don't know, because we're on a different days of our piece, but do you know, Shannon, how many days we've been doing this, or when Lisa took over? It's not been a year yet,
Well,
has
we've
it?
had 100 days to brave, and we are going to do day 14 of 100 days to peace, but we actually read one day twice. So it's actually been 115 mornings that we've done this.
Oh my gosh. So it's just crazy how everything just flies by so fast. So anyway, y'all know we start our time, well, not just on our morning vibe tribe, but every day with just a heart of gratitude and just the ability to go, no matter what we're walking through. And I know a lot of people are walking through hard, and I know some people are in a good season, but we always have something to be, oh yeah, 115. So crazy. Anyway, but there's just so many things to be thankful for. And a lot of times I'm like, we want to be intentional with our gratitude and not just, oh, I'm thankful for, my kids and family, because it can get mundane and routine. But to be honest, lately, it's just those types of things. I'm thankful that my children are healthy. I'm thankful that, I'm healthy. I'm thankful that, the people that I'm surrounded by. So, as we get into, going into the end of the month, I'm so thankful for this product. I'm so thankful for this business. I'm thankful for the simplicity of it. I'm thankful for, CEOs that had the vision to create something that Lord knows we would need, for our bodies, for our opportunities. And after last night, just being around like-minded people, laughter. I'm thankful for laughter. It really, truly is good medicine for us older people. I'm thankful for bladder control. Yes, I've said it, because when you get to laughing so hard, it is that is an issue. So anyway, I'm just so thankful for so many different things. I'm thankful for you guys, because you guys truly keep me showing up and just being the best I can be, because I always know that there's someone else looking to me to be an example, to be that light, to be that influence. So I just want you to remember today, as you walk through your Friday, that you're needed, you're appreciated in your family, in your whether you work outside of the home. Just don't forget that you bring so many things to the table, and never think that your talents, your gifts, your purpose, your ideas, your insight don't matter, because they do. So all of us are significant, and all of us are just, we're here to leave our mark on the world. So there's my speech for the morning. I'm done. No. So anyway, we start with gratitude. And if you are brand new with us, which if you're brand new and you're up and watching this, props to you. You are the real hero today. But I assume that everybody has been with us, and again, I was telling the girls last night, all of us are in a routine of gratitude, and I just challenge them, even though they're super good about their gratitude, just take the time to write it out, take the time to sit with it for a moment, just to really marinate in the things that you're grateful for. So let's kick it off. Going into the end of the month, many of us went we did our double, triple qualifications. You've been hearing about, the congratulations. If you didn't, remember, no guilt, absolute grace. A lot of people qualifying for Vegas. But notice one thing, if you'll notice some things now, before I throw this out there, I know it's, I usually will eat my words because Lavelle will throw a promo out there and I'm like, oh my gosh, what are they doing? Because we're trying to finish up the month or we're on a lifestyle getaway and they'll throw a promo. But notice how they wrap up promos, not everyone, but a lot of them before the end of the month. They give us a chance to get it wrapped up, let the month end finish. They're not like running through fiery hoops at the end of the month unless they just want to make us really crazy. So I just want to encourage everyone to get in that habit where, you're really looking at this last few days of the month and going, okay, how can I, yes, Katie, it's so true. Okay, I saw one of your posts and I'm going to talk a little bit about our social media, but I don't remember if it was your beach on the beach, but it was just a beautiful post. I'm like, I just want to borrow that. So I may message you and say, can I borrow that and use that as my own? It was so good. But yeah, I'm a creeper. I stalk y'all. So it is so important that one of the things that you get in a habit of, and I got in the habit very early on, was closing my month before the end of the month. Now, that does not mean I get, everything's done. I've got 2 days to spare and I'm done. I'm not going to do any work the next couple of days. But what happens? Inevitably, something comes up, the kids have something, somebody needs you, your spouse or your parents or somebody needs you. And then you get to the end of the month and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm panicking. Well, I've seen that time and time again. So really set an intention that you want to try to go, I'm going to look at my reports. I'm going to look at all the people I'm following up with, all the product I've sent out this month, the samples, really. And the other thing that I love to do is go back and do an audit of my social media posts before the end of the month so that I am looking at who was I having conversations with, looking in my messenger, closing that gap so that should Lavelle throw, buy one, get one or something crazy at the end of the month, I'm already caught up and at a certain point. Now, I know that sometimes it's like, look, I'm just trying to make it. I'm just trying to run this business. But the thing is, you have to run your business like a business. And you may think, I'm not where I want to be yet. I haven't achieved what I want to achieve yet. So just really look at it from a perspective of closing that month. When I was in corporate America, when I did accounting, I was like, I want to get all the receipts. I want to get everything before the last day of the month. Now, this is easy for me to say to you guys, but I'm that person that runs at the end of the tax season or whatever. But just work on that. Make that a goal that you start to get, I am closing out all the things, following up on the loose ends, following up on the samples that I've sent out, following up on the conversations that I'm having before the end of the month. And then that way you can go into setting intention, setting your goals for what am I going to do this next month. And so that looks like not, oh, Katie's telling us, let me see, I might make her unmute, call her out on it. Let me see if I can see what she's saying. I'm going to see what she says. Something Paul that said stuck with me last year is why wait until the end of the month to examine how far you've come with your goals. Incentivize your team, customers. And yes, that's so good. That is so good. Y'all read that. Katie posted that in the comments. It is so true. And again, don't get me wrong. Don't say, which I said for us to finish. I'm going to quit working 5 days before the month's end. No, it's just tying up those loose ends, getting you to a point that life is going to happen. We see that all the time. But should you get to the end, you're not like, well, I didn't hit my goal or I missed out on something because something unexpected happened. So prepare and plan and be proactive and not reactive. As you're looking at, what can I do at the end of the month? What can I do with those last minute promos? How can I find, let me just talk to you about looking now, if you're really close to goal, if you're looking at, I'm really trying to get to 4K, the people that you're trying to help get to 4K, which helps you get to 12K and so on. Don't forget that we don't want to always just be pushing a promo. We want to be sharing a product. And one thing that I was sharing with one of the girls last night, she said, Chas, I don't know if you remember, but we had a conversation way in the beginning when she started thriving with us. And I am, y'all know, no secret, I'm product driven. I love the product. Like, I love our product. And I even so much more, like y'all are probably thinking, we know, Chas, I love the product. I love the business. I love the opportunity, but I love the product. And as we were getting ready for bed last night, we were talking about chill, we were talking about rest. And I know I'm going to say this word wrong, but I was talking about the ashwagandha, and that word is so loud right now. You're hearing it. I don't know if you guys see I'm say this word wrong too, the golly vitamins that they have a great product line, but you're seeing it on Facebook, you're seeing it in Walmart, you're seeing it in a lot of places. But notice that the way they're marketing, I love to watch their marketing strategy. Now, they do have J-Lo marketing for them, but okay, 400 pack, yes, it's so good. So looking at, and I was telling them, I said, one thing that my conversations have been with a lot of people as they're asking, what vitamins do I take? What are you taking? And having those questions, a lot of people, they have the mentality of, oh, she's thrive. She says thrive. She's just trying to sell me something. Or they don't understand what thrive is. They don't know everything about it. But if you start talking to zinc, and wear that one out, the ashwagandha, the words, the potassium, magnesium, vitamin C, vitamin D, all of the things that are in our product, have the conversations with that in mind. Now, we're not saying that it cures anything. We're not making medical claims, but what you're saying is, I'm talking the language that they're hearing from outside marketing, whether it's, I hate TV commercials, whatever it is, they're hearing that word and they're talking about it, and influencers are mentioning it, and it's super conversational. So you can talk about it too. So you put yourself into what I call the conversation of what other people are talking about. So you don't have to be, like myself, where you talk about the product, I don't even know what's in the ingredients. But educate yourself a little bit. Take that time, set you in a goal and intention to know some of the terminology. Look through your ingredients and just say, what is it? Oh yeah, now now y'all are gonna get me distracted, because then I got to get my glasses on. Here's the thing. Know some of the ingredients, know what's in your product so that you can have conversation. And when you say, last night, we started the whole ingredient conversation, and then it went just super deep, like into proteins and the breakdowns of soy and all these binding agents. I'm like, okay, hold on, I got to take notes. You don't have to overwhelm yourself. You don't have to be a product guru specialist. Just understand that you have a product that is putting you into the conversation of the things that people are hearing, the things that people are talking about. So don't remove yourself from that area. Yes, Starr, I love that. That was going to be my next conversation as we're talking about social media. Absolutely. Using the hashtags, especially on your Instagram and the different platforms that use hashtags. I even use them on my Facebook, but using those hashtags that are relevant, again, to the conversation. And I think it was Starr that said, she is watching the marketing strategy. I was watching because I like to look at, I don't run from. A lot of people think, okay, so even if it's an individual, they do a competing multivitamin, or they do a competing, they have a shake, or like that. The gollies are something that people can buy at Walmart. I love to look at, what are they saying that's reaching people? What is the conversation? And take that, use that as a brainstorming pad to have a conversation and put you into your newsfeed. for me, more marketing is like Instagram, because there's so many on Instagram that are strangers to me. And so if I use the hashtag ashwanga or rest, or I even do sometimes use words that are medical claims. Be careful with that. Y'all don't want to get us in trouble. But like hashtag oh gosh, insomnia, or hashtag no sleep, or something like that. That's going to put us in the middle of people's news feeds that we typically wouldn't be a part of. And so anyway, y'all are having a great conversation, and I can't read. So I'm going to be like, I'm going to be messaging Shannon and Starr. Catch me up on all the things. So anyway, I get distracted. There is so many things that we can do, and you're just learning. So whether you are, I don't know if you got on the Lunch and Learn or the Working Zoom the other day that Celeste did, and I was excited to jump on. She had a lot of great tips. She talked about using the hashtag of your local community, using the hashtag of things that are relevant to what you're talking about. And that's where you have to start. And then going back and what I call the audit, going back and doing the follow-up with those hashtags that you're placing yourself in the conversation. I can't say it enough, friends. Just like I beat it to death when I say, when you consume, you took the time. You took the time to get up this morning. Many of you are like on East or West Coast time. It's super crazy early for you. Or you woke up, the kids are heading to school this morning. You're on this live. Take those tips and apply them. Put them into action in your business. Meet somebody new, whether that's from a hashtag. Celeste shared how Starr Scribner, she is one of our 200K. She's a millionaire, and she met her newest 40, 80K off of Instagram, a hashtag. So don't miss the opportunity of taking those tips, the things that you're learning, what you're absorbing and applying. Don't take your time. Don't waste your time getting on 58 Zooms and not applying 58 topics. Now, there's going to be times where we give you a ton of information. I was reading something the other day, and it was like, oh my gosh, Natasha gave this tip, or Tiffany gave this tip, or Stephanie gave this tip, or Lisa gave, and I'm seeing all these tips, and I love that, because you're then sharing that with other people, but that means you're putting the application process in place. So I love that. Then the other part is going back and auditing. Every one of you, whether you're really confident in your social media, if you're really confident in your content creation, you're taking the time. You're taking the time and building your content and having the conversation with people. So take the time to go back and audit. And what that means is how many people are thriving already, how many people are people that I'm connected to with my Thrive community. But the golden egg is how many people are not connected. When I got off of Wednesday's Excel Empire, I had a message, and it was a referral. It was a friend that she does thrive, but she's super successful. She's not interested in the business. And I absolutely 100% have people in my life that are important to me. They take the product, but they're not looking to thrive for free. They're not looking to build the business. That's okay. I'm totally fine with that and where they are, but I will take referrals all day, every day. Okay. So she messaged me and she said, Chas, this is my friend so-and-so. She said, they are looking into thriving. Can you, help them? Absolutely. I was like, I'm so excited. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Can I take you into a private message? And it gave me an opportunity to talk to her about what are her needs, her wants. This was a relationship that I've been cultivating and I had been building. And just now is she sending me referrals. So just make sure that you're staying consistent. You want to stay on an even keel, but you want to go back and do things where this is the time of the month where I go back, I do an audit, or maybe that's every Tuesday, or whatever you set but don't forget to do that, because there's so many times that we will make great posts where our news feed is in news feeds of people that are relevant to the conversation this month, but then we get busy. Look at it. We are in September, and how does time fly? So don't miss a chance to go through and do that audit. I am excited for, I'm going to just kind of give, I know we do business updates, and Shannon, you can help me with that if I need, or Starr, somebody. We are back on the road. There is an Ohio area training that is coming up the 17th and 18th of September. We are going to be in Minnesota, October 8th and 9th. We are working on an Arizona date, and then we're going to be in Syracuse on November 5th and 6th, hopefully before it gets too cold up there. So just remember with the events, even Celeste said on her call the other day that, you know, they're planning on a local in the Katy, Texas area, which is in the Houston area. Guys, take the time, get back into where you're sending people. Remember, get them plugged into your back office, make sure they're connected to you. Yay, Shannon. Make sure they're connected to you, but send people. If you can't be there, plug people in. Maybe it's a customer that you have. Those are great opportunities to send them to the Friday night event. They're going to hear stories. They're going to hear from people that maybe have been thriving for a minute. And, you know, it's usually a gathering time. It's a time, Tiffany, so excited. It's usually a time for people to mingle. It's a time for people to get together. I am so excited right now. I have one of our business partners friends that she was one of our very first thrivers. Like, she started with us in the beginning. Y'all know I've been thriving since 2014. And she's here this weekend from Alabama. But the crazy part is that she has a cousin. This is just story time with Jess. She has a cousin that literally lives 10 minutes from me. Well, they just moved here from Germany. They're in the military, and just a plug here, praying for a military family and friends and all those that serve, and just, oh my gosh, just praying over them. But she has been saying, like, I want to get, you know, having a chance to meet you. This is a conversation where her cousin's been thriving. She's been married into the family 8 years. And there's just really not been an interest or the conversation of the product. And she showed up here at my house yesterday. Now, remember, the cousin lives in Alabama. Here's this, you know, the other cousin lives here locally to me. Now, we got together last night. We invited her over, and she's like, I'll be back the rest of the weekend. Like, I want to come hang out with you guys. And she's like, I enjoy working out. I'm enjoying, you know, I enjoy running. I'm like, I do too, but I'm a beginner. I'm starting all the way over. And she's like, I love to hike. I'm like, well, there aren't any mountains here. You know, I mean, only mountains we climb are in life. And, you know, but it is a person that has some different likes, loves, and interests. And how cool is it that what I am right now at this point is third-party validation. And you don't realize the power of that third-party validation until you see it into action. So it was so cool, and such a reminder last night that is so important. And that is something we absolutely have to use, is we are the voice that's talking repeatedly to our newsfeed. We're the voice that's talking to our friends and our family. Make sure you're using other stories to bring people in. Make sure you're using stories that are going to touch their heart, that they're going to be able to relate to. You know, they may say, well, Chas doesn't understand. She doesn't have young kids. She doesn't, you know, I'm not relatable. But I might share Tiff's story, and she has young kids, and she's relatable to the audience that I'm talking to. So make sure y'all, and I know y'all all do that, and y'all are incredible at doing that. But I want to remind you, because we forget. And, you know, so for me, I love, you know, I don't remember that game. I don't remember what it was called. y'all can tell me with those young kids. It's the one where maybe it's just the matching game where you would flip a card and then you would turn it over and you're like, oh, I got to find the other card. That's kind of what the stories are on our fan page, is like remembering who, a memory game. Yeah, see, the memory game where I don't remember. Okay, right. It's too early, y'all. My capsules have kicked in because I'm talking really fast. I know that they do work, just so y'all know. If you wonder if capsules work, take your capsules, start a live video, and watch yourself for about 7 minutes. And then you're going to be like, that's when the capsules kicked in. They work. So it's the memory game. And that to me has been one of my, again, critical successes. The other night, Wednesday night, when I got off that message thread with the referral, she's, in my age group. And I asked her, I said, what are your goals? I send everybody the 3 steps, but what's some goals you have? And so she proceeded to tell me, well, do you have anything for men? And I'm like, yes, we do. And then she was like, and my mom, and she's like 75. So here's what I do. I go find people that are in our team. I love to use our team, but if I don't, everybody's a thriver. So if you have to share a story that, maybe is a pain point or conversation of somebody else outside of our organization, that's totally fine. But I wanted to find something that she can relate to, because a lot of times people that, are golden agers, people that are older, they think, oh, it's just this fun little product for these young little thrivers. And that's not the truth. It is not just something that is geared to any type, any lifestyle, any age, any gender, any of that. So make sure you're playing the memory game. You're remembering stories. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a story. Well, there's been several stories. The one about the guy that was like, he drank Monsters, Red Bulls, all these things. And he's like, you know what? I am an adrenaline junkie, and your product can't jack me up. And usually people are like, I don't want to be climbing the walls and all this thing. And she's like, I'm an adrenaline junkie. But I was able to find a story of a thriver. He was like skydiving and he had his DFT on. And I'm like, it's never made me want to jump out of an airplane, but here you go, brother. And, he was a customer right away. But it's that type of matchmaking that you make a need with the actual story that then makes the relevance. So don't forget that, you don't have to always just share it on your newsfeed. You can say, hey, Jane, I found this story and you mentioned to me, here's some of the things. This is somebody that's, probably around your age group that's taking care of their body just like you are. I thought the story would really resonate with you. It's perfect. There's no denying somebody else's truth. And so just be sure to match that and identify, because we think, okay, my story is great, and it is. My story is, unique to me. So just make sure that it matches, whether they're a runner, whether they're into fitness, if the only fitness they do is fitting the pizza in their mouth, whatever it is, make sure that that is something that you're taking, you're matching, and helping them make the product come to life. So anyway, what updates? Do I have anything pushing going right now? Shannon, nothing. Okay. So remember, running your own promos, running anything that you have at the end of the month, whether that is, like I said, do what you can with what you have right now. If you have a few credits, if you don't have credits, then fine. Maybe you offer them, credits on their next order, or you offer them, 5 days of recharge. Offer some kind of incentive. People love a free thing. People love to try something new. Now, and I get this all the time. I get people say, I don't do samples. I don't do free product. Well, at some point, if you're not seeing yourself tap into new market, new potentials, you've got to do something to kind of change it up a little bit. And you may just say, I've only got 2 specials, 2 promos for the next 2 people. And I know sometimes they're like, whatever, you have plenty of promos. No, maybe you just have $5 extra in credits, $10 extra in credits. That may be what pushes somebody over to take that order and place their order maybe that gets them to order all 3 steps, or gets them to order, not just the capsules, the DFT. So just get creative with that. Don't hesitate to ask. If you see somebody running a promo, or you see some type of something that, I may see Starr make an offer. I might see Stacy, put something out there, or, I see Courtney go, I'm running this. I'm like, ooh, can I take that? And then I make it my own, tailor that to what I can do. So just remember, you don't have to be the same promo as somebody else on your newsfeed. And again, I know that people will go, well, she's got a better promo. Here's the thing. The people that are supposed to join you will join you. The people that are supposed to partner with you will partner with you. I had a message the other day, and it was another referral. And I was so excited because she said, hey, my friend is talking about Thrive. She's super excited about Thrive. And I'm thinking, woohoo, I'm excited. Well, she was already thriving, her referral, but she was having trouble with her DFT. She was getting a little bit of irritation. That didn't mean I was like, oh my gosh, I can't help you. Still, I want to help them. I still want to guide them. Now, I'm not going to invest a ton of time. I'm not going to take away from you guys to pour into somebody else that should be getting, assistance from the person that they ordered from, but don't hesitate to help somebody out. I just believe that goodness, when you put it out there, it comes back to you. So make sure you're doing that. So again, don't forget connection. That's where I was going when I said the third party validation. Do not miss out on getting people connected to our events, our training. We're going to do a Friday night something, meet and greet, gather stories. And then we're going to be going into the Saturday portion of training, and not necessarily, you guys know. Now, if you send new people, that's going to be awesome. We'll talk about how to build the VIP 800, VIP 1600. We forget about that. But guys, that's what we should be doing every single month. So if you don't know, what are your goals going into, the first of the month? 2 promoters, 2 customers, VIP 800. That's your goal every single month. So we'll go into that, but then this is the great opportunity to have conversation. I have a feeling, just being honest, that our groups are going to probably be smaller. People aren't, traveling as much, they're not gathering as much. That's okay. It doesn't matter. I just want to see y'all. And if I can get to you and I can pour into you, there's something about that face-to-face interaction. There's something about, the conversation that people will have that they won't have over Zoom, or they won't have in Messenger. So it's super awesome and beneficial. But just remember that you have the potential to connect people if you can't get there. The only thing that we ask, and I would ask this, if you haven't taken the time to connect and grab your spot through Eventbrite, they're free tickets, but get a ticket so we know you're coming, because we're going to feed you, and we want to make sure head counts and stuff like that. So Ohio, Minnesota, Syracuse, please, if you think you're going to go register for the Eventbrite so that we know. And then that gives us opportunity to kind of know our breakout. We thought about having some breakout sessions if we could, doing little smaller groups of, these are brand new people. Let's sit with them, help them. And then even if we had enough people, so y'all got to fill the rooms. If we have enough people, then we could say, okay, these are people that have been thriving for a minute. It may be higher level conversation, but the big thing is you guys are getting the training, you guys are getting the information, but it's the application process. And so make sure that you are stepping into new areas, stepping into places where you grow. So for me, I'm still just Instagram and Facebook. I know there's so many people that are branching out. Just remember, if you are on platforms and you're using, whether you're TikToking, or I don't know if Clubhouse is a thing still, but whatever you're doing, make sure that you're consistent with it. A lot of times I see people and they're like, oh my gosh, I just joined this new app and this new app. And what happens is they get distracted with all of the apps that they have, and then they're not consistent. So make sure you're going back, doing that follow-up. will y'all be so mad at me if we close up early today? Will y'all be okay? Yay! I love y'all. Shannon's like the keeper. She's like, no, yes. So I love y'all. We've got morning activities, and so I'm excited to go do that. But I do want to do our 100 Days of Peace, and if y'all have any questions, definitely. I'm looking at that. Perfect. I love it. Okay. So we've got a lot of work to do, guys. Flex Friday. Remember this. I know that several, and maybe I need to challenge everybody. Make your flexes fun. Maybe before the kids go to school, add them into it. Do something that draws people in. Maybe it's I'm flexing for, you know, red, white, and blue, military, whatever it is. Have fun with your, oh yeah, we need to do our giveaways. Have fun with your Flex Friday. Don't just throw it out there. Like I said, just throwing your content out there, throwing your creation that you work really, really hard and then not going back and auditing. Have fun with your Flex Friday. We did that in the beginning and we ran a lot of promos, and maybe I need to do that again. But where I was like, okay, who can give the best, most creative Flex Friday? And you guys are so creative. And it blew up on news feeds because people got creative. They had fun with it. And it got to be where it's just like Flex Friday, task done, checklist. So just remember, have fun with it. People want to be a part of fun things. They want to be a part of community. They want to make fun of you, whatever it is. I always say fun publicity or negative publicity or, whatever. It's still conversation. So have fun with it. Pull your people in. Ask them, what's your intention this weekend? What are you doing? So have fun with that. And let's go ahead and do our 100 Days to Peace. How many of you are loving that? The devotions. Gosh, so good. So if you feel like you're not spending time, you're not getting in the word, like this is so good. You actually get read to, let it marinate in your soul, and then take that out and share it. That's the thing also. When you learn something, apply it and then go share it. So Shannon, who's reading our passage today?
That's going to be Starr Marie. I just wanted to remind everybody, if you have not won yet, drop me in the comments, and after Starr reads, either Chastity or myself will pick a winner.
I'll let you pick. And I know we got to catch up. I promise I'll catch up. I'm not a month behind like Lisa gets. Y'all, I hope she's not on.
I think she's catching up.
I gotta hurry up. So I didn't have a helper this week and I had a lot going. No excuses, but I'm gonna get caught up. So super excited. Yes, drop it in the comments below. Maybe I just got some new shirts in. I know I said we're wrapping it up, but aren't these so cool? Like I love these, but I got the t-shirts in. Yes.
That is so cute.
Oh my gosh. Look at that tumbler.
Awesome. All right, let's do our 100 Days of Peace. I need 1,000 days of peace. Let's do this.
Good morning, everyone. So my little one's going to be a little vocal in the background because he wants me to read him a book, but this is what he's going to get for now. Keep praying. Is anyone among you in trouble? Let them pray. Is anyone happy? Let them sing songs of praise. James chapter 5, verse 13. God is trying to get his message through to you. Are you listening? Perhaps if you're experiencing tough times or uncertain times, you may find yourself overwhelmed by the press of everyday life. Perhaps you forget to slow yourself down long enough to talk with God. Instead of turning your thoughts and prayers to him, you may rely upon your own resources. Instead of asking God for guidance, you may depend only upon your own limited wisdom. A far better course of action is this. Simply stop what you're doing long enough to open your heart to God. Then listen carefully for his directions. Do you spend time each day with God? You should. Are you in need? Ask God to sustain you. Are you troubled? Take your worries to him in prayer. Are you weary? Seek God's strength. In all things, great and small, seek God's wisdom and his grace. He hears your prayers and he will answer. All you must do is ask. And the quotes for today. I have found the perfect antidote for fear. Whenever it sticks up its ugly face, I clobber it with prayer. And that's Dale Evans Rogers. God always answers the prayers of his children, but his answer isn't always yes. Billy Graham. Prayer accomplishes more than anything else. Bill Bright. I have witnessed many attitudes make a positive turnaround through prayer. John Maxwell. And before I continue on with today's prayer, I just want to say, if you find yourself saying to yourself, all I can do is pray, then guys, I'm telling you, you're underestimating your biggest superpower. Today's prayer. Dear Lord, let me raise my hopes and my dreams, my worries and my fears to you. Let me be a worthy example to family and friends, showing them the importance and the power of prayer. Let me take everything to you in prayer, Lord. And when I do, let me trust in your answers. Amen.
Oh my gosh, that was so good and so appropriate, especially for the time that we're in right now, guys. And here's my thing. I know a lot of people, I get this a lot. Chas, I'm not spiritual. I'm not, hey, look here, let me just encourage you with this. Whatever your source, whatever your grounding is, stay connected to that. I love you guys, and I want you to know there's just so much that people are walking through. That was so perfect. It was just right in tune and aligned with every time we turn around, something's hitting us, or something's hitting our friends, something's hitting our loved ones, something's happening to our world, something. So we've got to learn to take that and give it, put it out there, take that from us. We'll wrap up with this. One of my dear friends, she's a massage therapist, and a lot of times she'll say, Chas, I see you carrying so much weight. And some people will say empath, whatever. I am empathetic, and I'm very aware of my surroundings. That's come with time, and not just focusing on me. You have to also, when you take that on, learn to release it. And a lot of times people are like, I take on the weight of the world. I take on the weight of my family. Well, the more you take it on, think about it as a backpack. You're putting those bricks into your backpack. That's going to eventually get heavy. You're going to have to learn to release that, whether you give it to God in prayer, you lay it down at the altar, whether you burn it by fire, whatever it is you do, but do it. And so this is super important, just as important as working your business, being in your cloud office, is learning to balance everything that you take on through your social media, you take on through your ears of listening and listening to your friends and their challenges, through your kids, through your partner, your spouse. So make sure that you have an outlet. And I love that what Starr said. Pray about it, release it, get it off of you and put it out there so that you're coming into agreement and standing with somebody. So anyway, super excited about a great weekend and Flex Friday. I love Flex Friday. Y'all know, as a team, we started that. So have a great day. Shannon, I know you're going to pick a winner, and love you guys. We'll see y'all soon.
Thank you very much, Chas and Starr. Thank you for reading today. I just did the whole scrolly thing and where it landed, where my mouse pointer was. Tiffany, you are today's winner, so please get a hold of me in Messenger. Congratulations. Keep joining us, guys, because just hearing from everybody it makes us all winners. We're in the right place at the right time with the right community. Thank you.